I joined the tournament with an unknown deck. And no, I don't literally mean a deck that consists of unknown Pokemon, but a deck that uses a strategy no one is aware of. And it's all about using a Pokemon that any other person would throw straight into their pile of bulk, Ambipom. Having a card released in the Phantasmal Flame set, it's Dual Tail Attack, which allows you to discard 2 energy from your hand to do 60 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. It definitely caught some eyes, but didn't manage to turn any heads, as at the time of its release, there were too many strong Pokemon in the format to warrant giving this card much attention. But with the rotation in April and the sudden rise of the Dunsparce draw engine, I thought it might be time to take this card a little bit more seriously. So how do I plan to use this, you may ask? Well, there's definitely one card that's a must-use in a deck when you're playing Ambipom, and that's Risky Ruins. A stadium card that places 2 damage counters on any non-dark Pokemon that is benched. This effectively turns Ambipom's double 60 damage into 80 damage. Meaning not only can you take double snipe knockouts on cards like Dreepy and Froakie, but you can even do it on cards like Slowpoke. So if we were able to achieve a turn 1 situation in which we get Risky Ruins into play, and they damage their Pokemon by benching them, all we really need is a Hilda to find ourselves an Ambipom and an Ignition Energy, take 2 prizes, as well as cause a ton of problems for the opponent. Now, as good as that sounds, the damage output is still quite weak, meaning we also need a simple attacker that can hit high damage. That's not so easy to come by, except we're playing a colorless deck, so, you know, Lopunny is probably the obvious choice. With its Gale Thrust attack, doing 230 damage if it moves from the bench to the active, this allows us to achieve those higher numbers in a deck that plays the Dunsparce, the perfect partner for Lopunny. And that ultimately is the idea for the deck, as we plan to use Ambipom in the early game to take snipe knockouts, and Lopunny as a mid to late game sweeper to take knockouts on Pokemon Ambipom struggles against. And it is very simple, but surprisingly strong. Now, of course, we need a deck list, so how about I take you through that? Now, instead of just showing you the list, I wanted to take you through it a little bit and explain every card's inclusion, so we're going to be building it from scratch here. And we start with 2 copies of Apom. I have dabbled with 3 copies, even 4 copies, but 2 seem to be a pretty decent solid ground considering we're also playing 2 copies of Rotom because of its Fan Call ability, which of course allows you to search for 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less and put them into your hand, allowing you to find cards like the 3 Dunsparce I've got in this deck and my 3 copies of Baneri on top of the 2 Apoms. Now, the reason for including 3 Baneri was due to the fact that Lopunny was being targeted a lot during the mid to late game in testing, as it is the most powerful hitter in your deck, so having 3 copies definitely helps with that and is a must in my opinion. For Lopunny though, I included only 2 because it's super searchable with Hilda, which we do play in this deck, 2 copies of Ambipom for a similar reason, 3 copies of the Dunsparce, and I'm not including the Dunsparce EX, as Lopunny's Spiky Hopper attack deals with Crustle in a way that you would want the Dunsparce EX to. And of course, for a little more consistency, we've got Fezandipity and Meowth EX here too, plus an inclusion of Shaman because Greninja is popular and the bench sniping can be a problem. Now, I did say Hilda is in this deck and there is 4 copies of it. We want this all the time, as it searches for an evolution Pokemon and an energy card, meaning we can search for an Ambipom and an Ignition Energy instantly attacking in the early turns of the game. And for additional support, I've got 3 copies of Lily, not 4 because I'm also throwing in a cheeky Judge. Judge seems to work pretty well with a Dunsparce, and although we do have red card in this deck, your opponent can prepare for that for the time they go behind 3 prize cards. Judge, on the other hand, they can't. I'm also including 2 copies of Wally's Compassion, a very big card for a Lopunny deck. Considering it can completely heal off a Lopunny and reset a lot of damage, this can be game winning. And finally, 3 copies of Boss's Orders to ensure that we can get our Gust plays off. Moving on to items, 4 copies of Pokepad. Come on, that is a must. As is 4 copies of Puffin. I'm also including 3 copies of Ultra Ball. You can definitely go down to 2 if you want to, but I think 3 was pretty good to just ensure we can keep the deck churning. But moving on, we will also add the special red card that I mentioned beforehand, a Night Stretcher for a little bit of recovery, 2 copies of Air Balloons for our Lopunny so we can retreat and Dunsparce to reset its attack, and Maximum Belt as our ace spec. Now, let me explain this choice. I originally had Enriching Energy in this deck to help with draw. However, I was discovering that I was needing to attach almost every turn. And yes, Enriching Energy can help a lot with getting draw in, and you can just attach it to a Lopunny for a draw of 4. It was very rare that you was able to actually attach it to a Dunsparce and reuse it later in the game. So I then started to consider some other A-Spec options, with another one being Prime Capture. Now, this is one that is definitely up for contention, as it allows Mega Lopunny to do its thing with its Gale Thrust attack, and can also help you very much in targeting 2 prize Pokemon. But the reason I decided to go for Max Belt is to fix very important numbers. As you see, Ambipom's Dual Tail attack only doing 60 damage. Yes, it is fantastic with the Risky Ruin in play to take out those pre-evolutions, but if you whiff the Risky Ruin, it just feels a bit lackluster until you throw Maximum Belt into the mix. As due to the fact that it does 50 more damage to your opponent's active EX Pokemon, when attached to a low punny, it does 280 damage. And when you add Dual Tail 60 damage on top from a pre-snipe attack that was done, that equals 340 damage. Now, don't get me wrong, you do whiff a little bit in some other cases, like with Mega Greninja, but that's kind of an exception because it has such high HP. But nonetheless, that's why I decided to include Max Belt. And of course, for Stadium, Risky Ruins is definitely the way to go. 4 copies of it in this deck. And to finish the job, 4 copies of Ignition Energy, as well as 3 copies of Mist Energy. And for those wondering, Mist Energy, of course, helps a lot in the Dragapult matchup, helps in the Alakazam matchup. It's just a definitely must include. And so now you understand why I included certain cards and certain counts. I'm sure you're starting to see the vision, but of course, it needs to become a reality. So let's get into this tournament, which, by the way, starts off with 6 Swiss rounds. All of them are best of ones. And if you do get into the top 8 position, you will make it into Top Cut, which of course is a knockout stage of the top 8 players, and every single game is a best of 3. And of course, we want to be winning the whole thing, right? Which would achieve us the platinum medal. But if not, we can get the gold medal for a top 8, a commendable silver medal for top 16, and the bare minimum, of course, bronze for top 32. Anything below that, I always consider a failure. So how about we get into the first round of this tournament as we play against Mega Greninja. Okay, this is the most last minute I've ever joined a tournament. I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro, but I literally saw this tournament a minute before it started, and I was like, yeah, I'm going for it. All right, Fan Rotom, is that what I want to start up here? I mean, honestly, I don't like the fact that I don't have the best opening hand, but actually, no, my hand's fine. What we're talking about? Yeah, I'll start the Rotom, and we'll go from there. Can Pokepad next turn for either another Dunsparce or another Ambipom. We'll see. We are, of course, playing against Greninja. So top decking a Wally. Not really that useful right now. I feel like a Wally looking at it. All right. Anyway, let's get a Pom. Let's get Dunsparces and bench them down. Get them all ready to go. I'll get another Baneri as well, because I don't want to bench it when Risky Ruins is out. So we'll attach this for a retreat option. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I can do stuff next turn. All right, this is kind of the start you actually want with this deck. So I'm happy with that. Bit of a shame they had the Froakie bench before Risky Ruins came out, but anything they bench now, you know, given that they are using the Dracloak engine, is, yeah, it's a bit of a tough time when I get my Ambipom out. If I get my Ambipom out, should I more so be saying. There's an Ultra Ball. They're going to get rid of Dracloak and a Lily and GP. My ear's gone funny, bro. So something went funny with my ear yesterday. Now it sounds weird. It sounds a little damp, and it's also kind of like echoing in a weird way. I need to get my ear checked. Oh, I'm getting old. There's a Lily's Determination coming in and a Buddy popping down for some even more stuff. I think I just go for the engine, right? I just go for the double GP. That's probably what I do. Also, I think I realized that now I probably have overbenched. I need to get a Shaman down. For obvious reasons, they do have the Shinobi Bay Greninja, which in Mega Greninja seems to pop up more often than not. For those who don't know, I've done a deep dive on it about a week ago. So yeah, I'm quite well versed on Greninja right now. Oh, that's a toughie. Oh, that's tough. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm gonna go for a runaway draw. Yeah, okay, I kind of regret. Well, do I regret that? Not really. I'm gonna keep runaway drawing. All right. So the problem here that I'm having right now is I wanna have the combo. I wanna have Ambipom, and I wanna have the energy. So if I don't get the energy, it's a bit of a. There's Ambipom. It's not the energy though, is it? Okay. Well, I went for it. We didn't actually get the important, you know, Hilda, but I guess it is what it is. I don't think this really matters. I think I'm just going to play my Lily. Worst comes to worst, I can obviously just take out Froakie, but we don't want that, right? This is the turn, bro. Oh, we've whiffed. That's rough. That's really rough. Okay, I still think we could probably get 2 prizes on the Ambipom. The odds of them evolving everything, I'm assuming, are quite low. But, bro, I just needed this. That's all I needed. Oh, it's tragic. All right, well, it happens. It happens. It's not the end of the game, is it? There's a Dracloak out, though. And I can set up some KOs, you know? Now, let me double check. I forgot if I put Prime, Capture, or... I think I have Max Belt in here as my A spec. And I think that's specifically for some damage output. I do have Max Belt, yeah. Specifically for damage output, because if you do... can I figure out the maths quickly? Yeah, you do 280 with a... I thought about this before and it's just gone from your brain. You do 280 with the low punny, and of course, the Ambipom can set up with a snipe before to get 1-hit KOs on big stage 2 Pokemon, even Mega Pokemon. So that's the thought process there. Mega Greninja, we can't really 1-hit KO even with that, but with the Risky Ruins, we can. Either way, they've got their Shinobi Greninja. They have been able to evolve, which is a bit of a pain. But if they just Shinobi Blade now, what I can do is I can at least poke the active Greninja with an Ambipom, take out the Froakie to even out price trade, and then hopefully get rid of that Greninja, because it's the fighting typing that I'm really worried about. So let's just see. I also don't mind a Judge, but then I really need to get my my Ignition Energy, bro. Okay, let's throw this down. Let's Hilda and get the Dunsparce, Ignition. I'll attach to the Dunsparce, go for an Ignition Energy. Probably, I can get with Ultra Ball in these two, I think, and just get myself another Dunsparce for the time being. Keep the single prize board, you know? Even if it means just holding it. Also, Hand Disruption are... Yeah, also, the Hand Disruption is probably not happening. I say probably, like I can't check their list. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, let me have a little look at the old listy on their part. Yeah, they're only Hand Disruptions red cards, so until we go to that free price turn, we ain't got to worry. Hilda again. I don't mind just going for a Judge. The big issue, though, is weakness, man. Like, the Greninja EX, like, they have 2 copies in this deck. They don't need to go for the Mega. I can take out this Greninja. They've gone for the Mega? Oh, my God. This is, like, winnable now. Hello? Okay. I think you should just go for... I mean, I'm coming up with the bunny. Like, you just won it KO my bunny, bro. Yeah, that's crazy work. That's crazy work, my broski. Okay, so they're going to grab their card there. And I'm going to promote my Dunsparce. So let's get that bad boy up there and see what we top deck. Come on. Anything good? Oh, it's a low bunny. Actually, that's gas. Okay. Throw this down here, the Dunsparce. I will body Puffin for an Apom because I still might need some bench sniping to fix numbers. So let's just make sure we got that. And I'm going to judge him. I'm going to judge him. Maybe I could have gone for Hilda, but I've already got what I need, right? I do need the max belt, though. Oh, okay. Let's try and dig for it. I really don't want to Ultra Ball away a Wally's Compassion here. But if I don't, then I do risk quite a bit losing this game. And I'd rather not. I'd rather not lose the game. Thank you very much. Let's go for a Dunsparce here. And I'm looking for like one card. It's a bit of a pain, this. Maybe a copy of Petra would work in this deck. I don't know. Ah, it's a whiff. Okay, well, now we're in trouble. Now we are in serious trouble. But the game's the game. Let's go for a 230 here. That is a big whiff of 20 damage, man. Huge whiff there. As they go for a Pokepad to get a Badoo. Oh, no, just thinning. Okay, that's valid. They went for one Recon Directive, and they're going to go for the second now. Attaching to the benched Mega Greninja and going for a Lily. And there's that Shinobi Blade for the 1-hit KO. Oh, man. Okay, so I can't get away right now with using Ambipom. Also, I need to evolve it because I forgot they could just snipe me for 60 for game. That's not good. And there's one in the prizes. Okay, so I need a Stretcher as well. God, needing a lot of, like, certain cards, you know, that I'm just not finding, which is a bit unfortunate. I think, to be fair, I think the loss, if it comes about, is because I didn't punish their Dracloaks. Punish their Dreepy, sorry, in time. That's what it was. Now you show up, bro! Okay, whatever. Let's go for the Spiky Hopper. Take the knockout there, but I think it is... it's going to be too little too late. They just have the KO on my Ambipom, probably. I didn't get a Dunsparce down, so even if I was to go for, like, a Wally play, we just didn't get it, man. They're going to go for a Recon Directive, though. So clearly they don't have the play right now. What is their... they play 7 energy, 7 water energy. They should have it. Benching Affairs. Oh, wow, they're really digging. Oh, I just realized as well they could just snipe Shaman. Oh, this is just a bad matchup. All right, there's the boss. It's a GG. That's rough. Okay, so Greninja matchup, bad. Noted. It honestly felt like that game ended as quick as it started, but I don't think I did too bad, and reflecting on that game, I think my big misplay was not playing that Lily and trying to dig for a Hilda to get Ambipom out. Is if I played Lily and managed to get it, then that game would have turned out so differently. But nonetheless, we do move with our first game being an unfortunate loss, but of course that's not the end of it. And in terms of the medals, I can't lie, for this and the second game, I low-key forgot to keep track of my placement. So I have no idea where we're at in terms of the leaderboard, so in terms of medals, who knows? But of course, it's early doors, so it doesn't matter too much. But what does matter is us getting a win. We cannot go for an 0-2 at the beginning, otherwise we have to win every single game from this point onwards. And that's something I'm not looking forward to doing. So let's see if we can get a win as we go against a Honchkrow deck. Okay, hold on. I don't know if I get to go first or not. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so we're playing against Honchkrow, and this is a very, very big who goes first kind of wins situation. Obviously, they're going to try and bench a bunch of things, and I want to have the Risky Ruins out, but they've got the coin flip. They're going to go first. This is looking unfortunate. So we've had the Greninja, which is a bad matchup. We've had the bad start here as well. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. It's a bit of a shame, to be honest with you. I'm hoping no, there's no way in hell they ever whiff the Proton. The Proton is always going to be got, bro. You've got the Transceivers, you've got the sticks. You're going to get your Protons out. Okay, So am I going to sit back on the tank strat? Is that what I'm doing? Maybe, to be fair, the Porygons do have 60 HP. So if they get Porygons down, that is something we can target. If they get Murkrows down with some Risky Ruin, they probably might do that. Then we could probably also get some snipes. Although Murkrow, I forgot, isn't affected by Risky Ruins because there's a dark type. So actually, this is not looking okay. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Okay, all right, sure. So we're going to have to try and go for the tank strat, it seems, at the very least. Let's go for a Puffin and just get double Baneri out there and start getting rid of cards we don't really need. First time I'm going to fan call, actually, and just get my draw. Just get draw out. I guess I could get an Apom down. To be honest with you, I think I will, because I'm like super reluctant to get anything else, like a 2 prize or anything like that. That's what Hodgecrow wants to take advantage of, so I'd rather not have that be a thing. Okay, I'm going to put Risky Ruins down. I've got to be super careful with my mists as well. I've only got 3 in a deck. I don't want to be running out. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to poke. They might not have a swing next turn. They might not have a retreat. I know they've got Giovanni, but they might also not have the Honchkrow. So if I can get a prize card here, I'll take that in the meantime. And just to clarify, I know I'm looking in this direction a lot. That's because I'm looking at their list. My list is over there as well. So it helps me kind of keep track of resources and all that jazz. Hey, we're in a tournament here. I've got to lock in. Well, they definitely have it because they've attached the ignition to the Murkrow. Yeah, that sounds like they've got it, if you ask me. But they get rid of the petrol there with the Ultra Ball, and they go for the Honchkrow. They will evolve, and I expect a Giovanni. Yeah, pretty standard stuff, really, isn't it? But that's fine. We've got healed here. They get rid of the Ambipom. Okay. I guess that makes sense because I've got 2 Baneri, so I can attack anyway. So you might as well get rid of something I could use otherwise. Yeah. Okay. Interesting stuff. Or maybe they thought I was setting up some sort of like multi-prize turn in some way. I'm not, bro. I'll be honest. Although I technically could, to be fair, with another Fan Rotom Punch. I think though, I'm gonna promote the Dunsparce and hope that my opponent's bricking a little bit. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's... Oh, what a top deck. Okay, great. In that case, we're going to go for a Hilda. We're just going to guarantee our bunnies. Can I just check my Wallies? That's what I want to see right now. Okay, we got double Wally. That's good. Max Belt's not really doing much here, but that's fine. That's many to fix maths. We don't need to worry about that. Pro a miss down and just go for the draw. Yeah, I don't want to discard my boss or Lily or my red card for that matter. So let's just go into the bunny. And to be fair, I can just Spiky Hopper at times as well. Got to bear that in mind too. But for now, I probably want to do this. Fez I might need. I'm going to risk getting rid of the Fez here and just get the Dunsparce out in case we get archered. That's what I'm being a bit cautious of. So let's just Gale Thrust, take the knockout here and hope that they're bricking. If they're bricking, then we could definitely get back into it. It's not been the best start for us, unfortunately, but a bad start doesn't mean it's going to be a bad game. You just don't know. Let's see if they get it. To be fair, they might just have Ariana. I know sometimes with the old Murkrow, Hodgecrow, whatever, I always get them confused that they just have it like that. As it seems, okay, they're going for Deceit straight into an Ariana. That's good for us. Not the attack, but it's good for us because we get an extra KO here. And oh, actually, I do need to find a retreat, or I got to try and hit the Spiky Hopper. I think what I do is I just go for Spiky Hopper. Let's go for a Hilda. Let's get you and you, sure thing, and just use my ignition to get Spiky Hopper off so I can get the KO. Yes, they're going to draw with Ariana. They could get the KO on my Mega Lopunny. That's my concern, but there's not much I can do about it, to be fair to you. There's a Dunsparce, and let's see what turn they come up with. Hey, Team Rocket's Factory down. Night Stretcher coming out as well. Now, you definitely get Murkrow here, I think, not Hodgecrow. Okay, well, okay, maybe I'm just wrong then. Because, yeah, you might get the KO here, but if you don't have a response after that, well, you're not in trouble, I guess. Yeah, it's probably worth just going for the free prizes, isn't it, if you can? Yeah, they also get another Murkrow anyway. Team Rocket's Factory coming in. They do have the ignition, but do they have the KO? Pokepad. We'll get him a Honchkrow out. Clearly a little scared to bench the Porygons for the time being, but they're going to get one anyway. Now, because we did that 70 to Articuno, that is a 2-prize KO situation. If we get Ambipom out, but maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they dealt with it. Roto Stick coming in. I need to do the math here quickly. So you're doing 60 for each. Oh my god, did they just roto for 3 supporters? That's 180 damage. And they got 3 more. Oh my god, the roto stick's doing so much right now. Yeah, this is curtains, bro. Curtains. Transceiver. Okay, you're getting greedy. You're getting greedy. You've already done enough. Okay, we can see that. So here's where red card hopefully does the job. Oh no, we're getting Hodgecrow to oblivion, boys. You're burning a lot of cards that I kind of want you to burn right now, so please do it. They're hitting enough, right? With the 2 Rotoms, Roto Sticks got them where they needed to go. I think what they're doing is they're just, finding supporters that they can discard and keep the stronger ones. That's probably what's going on there. as they do hit that 360. Yep, there you go. I need to get another low punny, and I desperately need to red card them. So we've got the card. That's the good news. The bad news is I don't have a bunny. I do know one's prized as well, so I need to get Stretcher specifically. This is looking a bit scary again. Again, just needing resources, singular resources that I'm not particularly finding when I need them, but it is what it is. Let's attach this. I just want to get things down. Let's go for a Lily. All right, let's see if we get it. Nope, that's a no-no. Come on, give me something to work with, man. Let's get Apom out. This is kind of a big deal. Let's just draw. Just need the Stretcher. Ah, that's bad. Okay. All right. Well, things are just going from bad to worse right now. It's just falling apart right now. What can I do, man? What can I do? Literally nothing, man. Hold on. Let me just look. Yeah, there's Stretcher. Do you know what's funny? Is I was playing this on the ladder and it was doing so well. And then now it's just, you just join a tournament a bit and it's like, yeah, I'm going to lose now. I'm going to start losing. And it's not doing so well in a sense of like, I know playing in a tournament is a lot more competitive than a ladder. I get that. But I mean, the deck was playing fine. As in, like, I was finding cards when I needed them. It wasn't really about matchup. It was much more down the line of like, oh, this is actually just kind of working. And then you join a tournament and the deck just goes, yeah, I'm not going to have anything anymore. Like, all your cards are prized. You're not finding anything. It's a wrap, bro. All right, let's just hope that the card has done some good. That's all I'm hoping for right now. I've got the Apom down though, so I can Ambipom next turn actually. Oh, that could be huge. Yeah, if they pass, I can do some serious work with Ambipom. In fact, I could win in 2 attacks. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. We actually potentially have a win. Okay, things have changed. The tide has been turning. Let's just go for a Hilda, guarantee the ignition. I'm gonna also get myself a Dundee. And this has turned quickly. Okay, let's just do this. Let's, air balloon. Yeah, I can do the air balloon. I might need that 70 damage somewhere, so I'm gonna keep the energy. Let's just retreat. And yeah, I've just realized what's going on right now, and I'm a little bit excited. Okay, so I need to take out both Porygons because they can evolve those, right? So we take them out, and then we take out a Honchkrow and Articuno for game next turn. Oh, okay. All right. We just got to hope that they whiff. And that's that. I don't have another Apom to bench. So, yeah, I couldn't bench another one in preparation. Oh, it's a Pokepad, right? You don't have Shaman. I'm looking at your list. There's no Shaman in there. It's a Honchkrow. I'm starting to think Card might have done it. Card might have done it for us. I have Meowth, I think, in the deck. Boys, this could become a win. This could... What's going on? Oh my God, they passed. Oh my God, I think we just won the game. You're joking. Oh my God, that is absolutely insane. Meowth, Hilda, Energy. Wow, the little poke damage here and there has actually done something. Bro, Rotom legit won us that game. Rotom and Ambipom putting in some serious work. I cannot believe that's happened. I thought we were done, bro. I was like, right, 0-2, drop. Let's try again a different time. You know, it got a bit unfortunate. But look at that. Oh my God, Ambipom is doing so much. You'll absolutely love to see it. Take out the Honchkrow, take out the Articuno, and that's a win. Wow, against a matchup that looked pretty bad for us. And that, my friends, is why red card is one of the best cards in the format. And with a win on the board, we grab our first 3 points, a very crucial 3 points at that. As not only would we have just completely dropped the tournament if we went 0-2, but given the fact that Murkrow isn't affected by Risky Ruins, the odds of us winning were quite low. So that's a win we most definitely will be taking. And just like I said before in the last game, I also kind of forgot to check the placements on this one, so have no idea where we're at this point in time, so the medals is still all over the place. But of course, we want to get into that top 8 position, so winning as much games as possible is absolutely crucial here. So we can only cross our fingers as we go into our next game, as we play against Slowking. Okay, it's Slowking. Let's see if they figure out that I want to go first. I don't know if they're going to decide. They're going to go first. Okay. Now, this is an interesting one. A lot of situations where I'm not going first, and we really want to go first in this deck. But the benefit here is we have a pretty strong situation in keeping a single prize board, and we have the one and only Shaman, which is going to be massive for Curum. Also, you're going to have to forgive me as I talk. You may hear in the background that someone's mowing their lawn today. And it's actually pretty early in the morning for me, to my standards. So you might hear some of that. But if not, then pay no notice. As they do have a Slowpoke straight out. There's telepathic energy in here. There is no Puffin, mind you. That was 80 HP. You can't Puffin, can you? But their support account is really low. So, but no, there's a pad. I was hoping they just kind of whiffed it and they just passed, you know? But hey, it is what it is, I guess. So, am I gonna have to try and do like multiple ambipom plays and just get like multiple snipe turns? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Their main attacker is the Metagross, of course. Big up the Metagross. We are gonna go for a fan rotom and go for a fan call right off the bat. Yeah, I think I am. And what I'm gonna do is just have a little look at I was gonna say of and at. Okay, so we have all our energy. That's really what I wanted to know. Also, decent air balloon count as well. That's fine. Healed account's fine. We've prized the Wally. Also have prized the Dunsparce. Not terrible prizing. Not terrible prizing this time around. I think there's also a pad prize as well. Oh no, Wally's here. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay, we're chilling. Let's throw you down. Let's throw you down. And you, I'm now going to Hilda then and just get myself this and this so then I can attach the mist and then start ambipomming next turn. So although we did whiff the risky ruins here, my opponent does need to do a decent amount of work to get attacking. They don't have Smoochum for some reason. I don't know if that's something that is not being played anymore in Slowking because of like Dragapult, but that's made things a little bit easier for us. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, whisking the Jesus, I can't talk, man. Whiffing the risky ruins has been a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Ultra Ball coming in. Who knows? It could come in later on in the game when they start benching some other Slowpokes. That's what I'm hoping for. Maybe we can get some extra snipes there. So I need to make sure I prioritize an Ambipom bench spot. But as it stands, it is trade for trade, bar for bar. Got to be super careful though, getting that Lopunny out. This deck does play the Metagross, as I've mentioned, and for those who don't know, it's controversial. It was controversial, sorry, whether the rulings were correct. But the Metagross discards free Metal Energy and can do 300 damage because of it. And for some reason in Slowpoke, you can discard, if I'm correct, Psychic Energy and also still do 300 damage. Or I don't know how the true interaction works. I haven't tried it out myself, but I know you can use its full attack, basically. And with one Brave Bangle in this deck, they can hit exactly 330. That is the HP of Lopunny. So a little concerning. What's great, though, is my opponent is whiffing. This is like the time, bro. This is where I need to punish them really early and just start trying to pop off a little bit. So I'm going to get you and you. Go like this. Retreat into the Ambipom. And we're not getting a KO, but even if they evolve to Slowking, it's 120 HP, we're still in a KOing situation next turn for both of them. So they're going to be under a lot of pressure to bench more Slowpokes. So what I should do actually then in theory is I was planning not to the Dunsparce here, but I think I am because I want to dig for that risky ruins, you know? I think that'd be quite a big dig. Yes. Okay, sweet. Never punish, bro. Never punish. Let's go for the Dunsparce benching. Is there anything I want to throw on top of my deck with Academy? Probably not. There's nothing I really need to truly protect. And their deck plays like 0 hand disruption, so we can hold our hand and be fine. That's good to know. All right, let's get risky ruins out. Let's dual tail and then just poke these Slowpokes, bro. Get them poked, get them dealt with. Now they're in a situation where they have to get some more down. But the thing is, I think we've got them in a tricky spot right now. If they, let's say, attach a Telepathic Energy and get 2 more Slowpokes down, if they don't bounce Risky Ruin, which I know is likely because they have 4 Academy at night, but if they whiff it, I could just use Ambipom to snipe those 2 and then maybe get later snipes on these 2. To be fair, I need to be careful because I need to have another Apom down if I want to be pulling off those kind of plays. Ambipom is doing so much work. I'm actually really happy with this. And they just pass? Oh my God, we just win. No, hello? I'm checking the messages. They've just said I bricked. They're just saying they're bricking. Ah, that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate, but the game's the game, bro. I'm sorry. I'm playing Ambipom. I've got to take my wins, man. Let's go for Dunsparce here. And, well, my Apom's not at any risk right now, so I think I'm just going to go for a dual tail and take out the old pokes. Yeah, I think they are bricking. They said they're bricking to the message, but I think they definitely could have used a Smoochum to get some energy into play. And then they go ahead and say this. What's going on? Okay, hold on. So they just said I bricked, as you can see what I'm putting out right now, and then just said game crashed, GG. Okay, sure thing. All right. I'm just going to skip the game then on my, yeah, opponent conceded. Well, that's a bit odd. Then the game didn't crash? Unless it did. Unless it was like an issue that they couldn't play. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty confident in the fact that I was going to win that after that double snipe. So we'll take it. We'll take a win. But yeah, just as I was saying, I think that game was a win regardless of that crash. So I'm definitely taking that one on board with another 3 points, totaling us to 6. And you'll be happy to know that I did indeed start tracking my placement. So at this very point, we was in 22nd place. Now that's most definitely shy of the top 8 spot and just off the top 16. But it is well within bronze medal territory, and with many games to go, we can definitely climb. So in hoping for a good matchup and a good start with our matches, we eagerly get into our 4th game of the tournament, which was again against Slowking. All right, finally we're getting to go first, and it's Slowking again. This time they have the Smoochum though, so yeah, they've definitely got a much more established build, one would say. Ah, God. I just never get the... All I want, okay, is to go first. And I want to... Oh, mulligans. Okay, hold on. If I can get Risky Ruins, we are talking. Now, this is an older build, believe it or not. This one does not have a Metagross. It is the Conkeldurr, has Haxorus, has a Zoroark in here, funny enough. And then Risky Ruins! Oh my God, boys. Okay, it's time to finally see if we can pull off that bleeding combo. All right, first off, though, let's play Pokemon. Let's Pokepad. Actually, no, I'm going to pop in. I'm going to get a Rotom, and I'm going to get a Dunsparce. And then I think I'm just going to get the Ambipom is already there. That's good. Get the Apom and a Baneri. Although I'm thinking of like... I think they're just doing this, you know? Double Apom, bro. Just really get aggressive. Oh, that is tempting. Well, that is extremely tempting. I could also go for the extra to Dunsparce. I think I'm going to get greedy and go for the double... I'm going to try and risk the double Pom here. I'm not sure if it's correct, but I think I just got to go all in, you know? So I have out to the Dunsparce next turn. I probably don't want to attach Mist just yet because, of course, we are limited on our energy count. And on top of that, my opponent does play Enhanced Hammer, one copy of Enhanced Hammer. So I don't want to risk it just getting enhanced away anyway. So I'm fine with that. There is that telepathic energy. The Risky Ruins will still apply. It has nothing to do with it being benched from the hand. It's all to do with it just being benched in general. And there you have it. 2 Slowpokes down with 20 damage. Now, let me just double check their list quickly as they do that. There is no Shaman. Oh, that's good. Bro, we're just punishing Slowkings with this deck. We're like mega punishing. We already have the top deck, bro. Do you know what? I think I deserve this. I've been having a bit of a rough time, you know. I feel good. I feel really good. Let's do this. Let's do this. I could have got a second Ambipom there, but there's no risk for my current one. So for now, I just need to be prepared. What for? I was going to say prepared for hand disruption, but there's no hand disruption on there. Slowking plays 0 hand. You got to play like 1 copy of card, bro. I'm sorry, but you're giving me free reins of my hand? That is a joke. In any case, let's runaway draw and do what this deck was designed to do, and that's punish evolution decks in the early game. We're going to throw that down. Low punny, I'm still a bit scared to get out. But you know what? I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling confident. Let's get you out. Let's go for the dual tail and just take out the Slowpokes. This is so fun. All right, there you go, mate. See you later. Oh, Lord, this is great. This is what I wanted. It took us 3 games to get there. But we're getting there, baby. Shaman and Meow for the prizes. I mean, sure, they can go for the Clefairy swing, but I can respond with low punning, so that's fine. Also, if they do just get another 2 Slowpoke down, I don't mind just losing another Ambipom and still getting 2 prize cards, you know what I mean? I'm still fine with that. So I'm feeling okay. There's an Academy at night, and that full move rondo for the KO. We're going to just go in with the low punny, take the KO. In fact, I mean, I think what I intend to do here actually might involve me actually promoting the Rotom. No, there's no need to, right? I just promote Dunsparce and just go into low punny. So I was thinking maybe I could use the Dunsparce further on down the line. Actually, no, I might need to do that, to be fair. Okay, hold on. Let me just think. I'm going to run away draw quickly here and then see if I can just get... Okay, hold on. This is actually getting a little bit on the awkward side, to be fair, because I ain't got the Dunsparce down, but I think I could just go for a... I think I just go for a Meowth and then just go for Lily. I'm okay with that. Let's attach that miss so we get the KO. Throw down Risky Ruins. I don't mind just throwing the maximum... Oh, actually, no, I think I prefer Air Balloon here, actually. Make sure I get Shaman down to Kyurem. Can't cause any problems if it does get to that point. Night Stretcher for another Ambipom, because that could also be a win con for us. And, you know, I am a little scared to Meowth right now, because I've already got my Hilda, you know what I mean? But I don't have a Dunsparce out. Yeah, okay, I've gotten this wrong. I really should have promoted the Rotom with the Air Balloon, retreated it, kept the Dunsparce. So I could manually retreat and then Meowth and boss for game on the Fezandipity. That's what I was thinking. But then again, this deck is nothing without Slowpoke, so they have to bench Slowpokes, right? That said, I'm doing it. I was going to say, on top of that, they could also... Hold on, unless there's something I could do here. I'm risking it, bro. I'm going for the lead. This might be a really bad idea, okay? This might not work at all, but I'm going to just take the risk, man, and see if I can get that play I wanted. Okay, yeah, okay. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going to be scary there, I can't lie. I was being a bit greedy. That was a very greedy play because I could have whiffed anything, all of this, and I could have given myself a Lily of like terrible cards. They somehow come back into it. They bounce the Risky Ruin. I can't Ambipom, and it's just trouble. But here, all I need is just a manual retreat, the Dunsparce, boss, Fez, it's game. They do go for their the Scrippity Flippity though, and also play Ultra Ball, getting rid of Kyurem and Zoroark. And I can't lie, Loki, I just realized I have one. My opponent plays no hand disruption. They've got nothing. They can't disrupt my hand. They cannot get rid of anything. Oh, they can. They can enhance hammer, but then I have Hilda. We win. We've just won. Yeah, okay. This is the perfect game. This is exactly what I wanted to showcase in a tournament setting. This Ambipom actually doing its job. That is really cool. They are going to go for the telepathic. If they do double Slowpoke, I kind of got to go for the Ambipom, right? For the vibes, you know? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Risky Ruin's not there. No. What am I talking about? We're fine. We just go for the low punny. Let's not get carried away. They're going to retreat. They're clearly going to go for a smooch from here and give me a little peck on the cheek with their delightful kiss, whilst I will boss up the Fez for game. So, of course, we need to evolve into Dunsparce, manually retreat with the balloon, and then go for the runaway draw to reset our low punny, and then just go for a cheeky boss. And that is another game. All right, that's what is that 3-1 at this point? 3-1-0? We're looking good, bro. The Ambipom is cooking. And finally, we actually pulled off the Ambipom strat. Now, you may have noticed that game was pretty quick, and that kind of happens with Ambipom a lot of the time. As if you do pull off the strat of the Risky Ruins with the Ambipom, you're often KOing a lot of crucial Pokemon for your opponent to set up, and often they just struggle to set up and lose very quickly or scoop. Nonetheless, it's great to finally see that come into effect, as we take our 3rd win in a row in this tournament, bringing us up to 9 points. If we just keep winning, I'm sure we can guarantee top 8 here, especially considering the fact that we shot up to 16th place, landing us right in the silver medal zone. And so I wonder who our next opponent is. Oh, it's a Honchkrow again. Okay, it's Honchkrow time again, and we get to go first. So we've had 2 Honchkrows and 2 Slowkings in this tournament. God, I just feel like I'm playing in the single prize format. I can't complain. It's not that bad, eh? Let's get Apom out. No Risky Ruin eludes me yet again. It's fine. It is what it is. We get a Mulligan. Hey, who knows? We could pop off with that one. And we might need to, because our hand is actually a little bricked, which is uncommon in this deck. You've probably noticed the deck is functioning pretty well. You know, it's being consistent. That's the good thing. Bad news is we're not being consistent right now. That's something. Okay, so I'm just going to end my turn here. Bless this fella. They're a little bit tilted, I think. They said that they were finding no energy in the last game. They're having a little chat here. I want to talk to him, but I'm focused on the game. I'm recording, man. I'm sorry. I want to have a chat. But in any case, they go for a Petrol, meaning they haven't got the Proton. That's actually pretty good. Seems like they're bricking a little bit here still. There's the factory coming in. I think we're both bricking, interestingly enough, which is, yeah, fascinating. Oh, okay, please. Yeah, please bench another one. Bench another Porygon. I beg you, I will snipe you to oblivion. Now, remember, with the last Honchkrow game, these snipes still apply, even if they're not taking KOs. They can allow cards like Rotom to come in and swing, allow for future double prize KOs. That is quite a big deal. In any case, at least I've got a prize card here. Everything else feels kind of garbage, and I really don't want to throw Meowth down. Oh, that feels really bad, but I kind of have to. I've got nothing. If they KO Ambipom, I think I just lose anyway. They're going to get prize cards no matter what I do. So I need a reset, man. I'm just going to go for Lily, and hopefully we can get a Rotom out, and we can make movements from there. So, oh god, well, no, I can get Rotom, but I don't need it. That's fine. We've got Baneri. I kind of want another Apom down, you know? I really do. And I think I'm going to go and do that, actually. I've got Hilda for next turn, so that's fine. I'm just going to... Okay, well, I've prized it. Well, that's just my fault, isn't it? In that case, do I just go full draw then? I just send the draw? Yeah, I'm just going to send the draw. I'm going to need it. I have a feeling that's going to matter. I just don't like the fact that I've got a Meowth down. That feels pretty rough. I'm just hoping that they continue to brick, you know? That's what I'm hoping for right now. We'll go for the active, because then if it comes to using Rotom, if we need it, then it's an option. It's an option, but I'd rather Ambipom and take something else out. I don't know, or soften something else up again, you know? So let's hope they don't got the KO. There's the Rotom. It's going to get him another Murkrow. Seems like they've prized one, so that's interesting to know. They also haven't mentioned the Porygon. They know now that the Apom's a big threat there, and still just hoping they're bricking, and they just pass up. Oh, Roto Stick. Well, no, bear in mind, they just played Protom, so, you know, they might be whiffing the energy. And they were saying, bless them, that they whiffed energy the last game. It might be happening again. It may be a sequencing thing where... maybe they should have tried to get an Ariana instead of getting a Proton next. All they did is Proton for one Pokemon. You know what I mean? In any case, let's just keep her going, man. I'm going to get a Dunsparce, and I think this time I'm going to get that... No, I'm going to go for a miss this time. It's a little bit on the riskier side, if you ask me, but I think I'd rather have that to attack next turn than... you know, have to discard it with yeah, you know what I mean. With the bunny, with low punny, I'd rather just have the miss ready to go. And I could try and find a Hilda next turn if it really comes to it. You know, I'm really expecting them to get a KO this time around, I'll be honest with you. But we're getting prize cards. There's a Lily. Okay. And the more we get away with this, the better. So we'll take it. There's the energy. They probably have the Honchkrow. Night Stretcher coming in. They do grab themselves another Murkrow. And they go for an Ariana for 2. Oh, to be fair, they're only out to Honchkrows just 4 Pokepad. Is that common in Team Rocket? Do you usually pay that low of a count for your Honchkrows? I would love to take a look at the... do you know what? I think what I'm going to do actually is just get Fan Rotom down to take the KO here and still not evolve into the Mega Lopunny. That might be a move. And maybe I can free up a bench slot as well and get another Apom down. I don't know. Or, well, no, I can't go for another Snipe. I can't do that. Yeah, okay, hold on. I just need to make sure I do this correctly because there is a lot to consider now, actually. Okay. So I think I have to Ultra Ball here and get rid of... Oh, I don't like that Night Stretcher. I'm going to get rid of... do you know what? I think I've got 2 copies of Wally. I'll probably only use it once this game if it comes to it. So I'm going to get rid of the Wally, and I'm just going to get myself Rotom so I can get a KO here with a single prizer. So let's throw that down. Let's throw that down. I'm going to Stretcher here for Apom. Go for a Runaway Draw so I can bench it. So that's there. That's fine. We'll go for a Pokepad into another Dunsparce. I think I'm just going to Lily. I know I've got Ambipom here, but I think I'm just going to Lily and see what I can get. Okay. All right. Risky Ruins is there. That's actually quite nice. Well, actually, no, it doesn't really change much, really, to be fair. Benching the Dark Pokemon does nothing for Dark Pokemon. But hey, if they bench a Porygon, I guess it's got 20 damage on it. Sure thing. I'm just really scared of the 1-hit KO on the Mega Lopunny. That's what I'm really intimidated about. And then they could just take a 1-hit KO on Meowth. So we're not out of the woods. The fact that I had to bench Meowth is causing serious liability issues. Because if I didn't have Meowth, I could they could take a KO on Fan Rotom this turn, and then I can force them to KO 2 Lopunnies, you know? If they want to win the game. Or, well, KO a Lopunny and then another single prizer, to be fair. But I guess that's the case anyway. All right, no. I think it's fine, low-key. Oh, Proton again? Bro, you're whiffing hard. This is not good. Maybe if I get the moment, I can show you Torment. Maybe I can show you their list. I don't know if something's wrong with their list, but they are bricking. Does Honchkrow just do this sometimes? That's crazy work if so, you know. Hey, bro, I'm running with it. I don't care. I'm going with emotion. I think I just get Mega Lopunny out, just get the swing in, just get really aggressive, really aggro, maybe a little too aggro, Mum might say. In fact, I am actually going to Runaway Draw to free up a spot for Baneri. I know I'm using a lot of my draw spots here, but I do need to make sure I follow up with Lopunny if it gets KO'd, you know, God forbid. So let's just manually retreat. Let's go for the Gale Thrust and... Oh, okay, we could be getting lucky here. I think, personally, Honchkrow's a bad matchup. That's what I think. You don't get to punish the Murkrows. The Murkrows avoid your snipes. No, Honchkrow can relatively comfortably 1-hit KO Mega Lopunny. I guess if you wanted to, fix that matchup, you throw in a Hero's Cape to make it a lot harder for them. You know, something to bear in mind. But yeah, this is interesting. So they've benched Porygon now, meaning, see, they KO Lopunny here. They just need a Giovanni for game. That's the only thing I'm really upset about if it were to come about. But in the same breath, can they do it for game with a Porygon 2? That's what I want to think about. I'd have to do the maths. But I think my opponent's doing the maths right now. They've got Honchkrow in hand. They're trying to figure out if they've got it. They need 6 supporter cards to 1-hit KO me. Now, bear in mind, there is the risk of Wally on their side. They don't want to whiff it in an I-Wally. Now, I did use a Wally. Sorry, discard a Wally earlier, so the odds of me getting it are relatively low now. Just don't punish me for that. That would be a bit rough. Let's see if they've got it. No, they don't. Okay, that's quite nice. In fact, it's not actually that much damage. So I think what we want to do here more than anything is just KO the Honchkrow. What's the Porygon doing? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. They're doing 180 with the Porygon 2. It will KO me, but they lose the game anyway if that happens, so that's fine. So I honestly feel like I just Ignition and then Spiky Hopper. Just take the KO with the Spiky Hopper, and then I can use my Dunsparce draw next turn to hopefully find what I need for game, you know? Or is there a better way I can go about this? No, I think I just Spiky Hopper here. And this is the good thing about the Ignition. It allows you to instant Spiky Hopper. So the synergy in this deck is really, really high. Hilda! Oh, perfect. Let's get rid of that energy. Bye-bye Ignition. They've got a Porygon. And I could have game in hand. Well, I do have game in hand, but they could hand Disrupt me. There's Porygon 2. They did get it out. There's the Archer. We saw that coming. It's there. Now it is to 3. And, oh, that's not it. All right, I've got to get digging, boys, because we could be in a little bit of a sticky spot. We just need an energy. That's it. Fan Rotom does the job. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if we can come through, bro. Oh, this is going to be a bit scary. But I'm glad I set up that Dunsparce and I didn't use it. I'm just glad I just have it here ready to go. And one can only hope for the best. It's another Dunsparce. All right, let's pad here. Let's just get Ambipom. Oh, well, actually, no, Ambipom's not actually good here. I'm just going to get the Dunsparce. If we whiff, we whiff, bro. In fact, there is a genuine case to just pop in here for another Dunsparce to get the maximum odds. It is time to use Runaway Draw. Will we get just an energy to win the game? No. Okay. Now that's very scary because they could just Giovanni for game. Okay. Oh, this is really bad. This is terrible. No, whoa. Slow down, Sean. You do have Fezindipity. We have Fez. Whoa, that is very dangerous. No. It's not dangerous. I'm good. I have Fez. I'm going to do Fez. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of you. We're going to get Fez. Bro, I'm digging for like a Hilda. That's it. I'm just digging for a Hilda. That's all I need, bro. I'm getting risky with it, man. Let's go for a flip script. Come on. Just for game, please. No. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, God, you're going to be kidding me. Oh, no. Oh, they just need a Giovanni and that's it. I'm just going to pass. I had all the dig in the world, bro. All the dig. It just didn't happen. Now, granted, they need the pivot. They can't just Giovanni and win. They do need to retreat the Articuno if they Giovanni. There's a petrol, and it's a rockets factory. Yeah, they're just... What are you digging for here? An energy? Bear in mind, they have to go for the... oh, they're already 2 ignition down. They have to go for ignition. They can't go for the factory. Okay, so considering there's been no Giovanni played, there's been no... I've looked at their deck anyway. I don't think they have any way to, like, pivot. There's no, like, Mimikyu or anything like that, and they just pass. Oh, okay, we've got another chance. Although, again, we don't have the most draw in the world to achieve that. Let's keep thinning our deck to make sure we increase the odds as much as possible. Get a Dunsparce, sorry. And again, just hope we get energy, something. Come on. Oh my God. It just feels like I'm on like thin ice every time. You know, they could Honchro Giovanni for game. You're kidding me, bro. Don't do this to me. I have Hilda in here. I just want an energy. That's it. We're like dancing with death right now, bro. They just need an energy Honchko and a Giovanni for game now. Oh, there's the Honchko. Please don't tell me they've got it. Oh, it's an energy. This is terrifying. No, it can't end like this. It's a Giovanni. You're kidding me, bro. I just needed one energy, man. I just needed one, bro. That's all I needed. And then this happened. Oh, this is infuriating. This is absolutely infuriating. You know when you're just that close. We had 2 turns, man. I overbenched. I don't know. I could sit here and dwell on it. I could say I could have done this. I should have done this. That's just unfortunate, man. We had 2 turns to try and find it. That stings so much, man. That stings, bro. Especially considering that we really needed that win to at least give us comfort in knowing that we could definitely get into top 8. But with that loss on the board, meaning we stay at only having 9 points, the odds are very, very low. Especially considering we are back in 22nd place, losing our silver medal. But I have actually got top 8 before with a 4-2-0 record. So believe it or not, it is actually still possible. And so with the final game of the Swiss round coming up, a win is an absolute must. So let's see if we can get that win and get into top 8 as we play against Mega Sharpedo. This is a matchup I was not ever anticipating. It is Mega Sharpedo. Again, Risky Ruins doesn't affect it. It feels like everything's been anti-Ambipom today, you know? Although we did get the Slowking, so, you know, I guess I can't complain. And of course, it's the game where it doesn't matter where I get it. Oh, okay, do you know what? It's fine. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to win. I trust myself. I believe. Okay, Carvenar starts. We've got our Fan Rotom, so that's good. Let's get an Apom, a Baneri, and a Dunsparce. They do have some Pokemon that can be affected by Risky Ruin. They also do have a 60 HP Dunsparce. So if anything, if it's a situation where they bench a bunch of the Dunsparces and that's going to get caught by the Riskies, then we can still do some work with the Ambipom. So hey, fingers crossed. Let's end turn. And just taking a look at their list, they have the 60 HP to Dunsparce, a 70 HP to Dunsparce. They've got 2 Toxels, 3 Carvenars. They do have 1 Baneri in here as well. There's a lot going on in my opponent's deck, actually. A lot going on. In fact, it looks like half of it's just Pokemon. They've got 2 Petarunts. They've got a Munkidori, a Fez, Meowth. I mean, the Fez, Meowth and stuff, that's great for us to target, especially the Petrarunt. So the Lopunny can hopefully do some work there. So I don't actually think it's the end of the world, really. Lopunny is still really strong in this current format, and having a lot of 2 prizes is pretty nice. Although I do now regret throwing Max Belt in here. We've seen no use of it. That was much more for like a Dragapult matchup or something like that. But here, I was debating that or Prime Capture. Here, Prime Capture would be a dream. Just gust up all these 3 and win with Lopunny, you know? But in any case, I think this is totally winnable, and we could, who knows, be in for a shot of a top 8 and just get into that top cut. I've got into top cut with 4-2-0 before. It is not unheard of. There's a Buddy Poffin coming in. I expect a Toxel or maybe a Dunsparce is probably the move. No, it's just Toxel and Carvanha. Okay, so the Ambipom's going to have to wait. Maybe for now. To be fair, they're going to go... Oh, bro, if I get... Okay, well, that kind of speaks to me as to what I really should be doing here. I was thinking I could, like, double poke the Carvanha so they could have a softened up Sharpedo that we can one-hit KO. But now I'm just thinking I just go get aggressive, you know? And just take out the Fairs and then try and go for boss, you know, a couple of times per game. That might be the game plan. I don't know. It depends what we get. Let's go for a Lily. We want most draw possible here, to be honest with you, to make sure we can probably get somewhere. Okay. Yeah, still needing a pivot, though. Still needing my air balloons. Let's evolve to the Lopunny. And we're just going to go for some Dunsparce draws and see if we get there. If not, it is what it is, right? It just seems like this deck is letting me down a bit today. You know, it's whiffing here and there when it's not really been an issue before. But that's Pokemon for you. We do whiff it, unfortunately, meaning I'm just going to have to go for a poke here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But hey, let's do an Assault Landing, Punch. Fez is at least going to take some poison damage. That is 2-hit KOable with Ambipom. You know, it could be a matter where they come up with Sharpedo, and then I Ambipom, snipe the Fez, punch a Sharpedo. Maybe then Max Belt can actually come into play. Oh, I'm just so upset, man. I'm so upset. Look, it's not so much the last game. The last game, we move, right? It happens, right? Sometimes you just whiff. But here, it's just been whiff after whiff, man. All right, my opponent's weirdly switched into the Carvanha. They're just going to go for a reckless shot. Oh my God, could this be our saving grace? Could this be the opportunity to recover? Has luck graced myself upon me today? Because I'm feeling molest. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of the Ruins, bro. They're not really doing much here, so let's just get another Dunsparce out. We've got the Ignition. That's the big thing. And I think I'm going to probably... Yeah, I'm not going to boss. I was planning on bossing, but there's really no need to, and I might need that to get a win con somewhere. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to snipe the Carvanha for KO, and instead of doing the Fez, because they could one-hit KO my Ambipom next turn, and I might never get to take out that Fez, I might just poke the Carvanha, because that 60 plus the 280 is 340. So I need to get the max belt on my Lopunny. If we do, we can one-hit KO a Sharpedo. Now, they do have Hero's Cape, so that's something to bear in mind as well. But if not, and they whiff, then I could just A-Pom the Carvanha. Look, there's just a lot to think about. Okay, I'm trying to consider my multiple strat energies and that. They do attach to the bench Carvanha and go for a Cyrano. That's a Sharpedo. If they do want it, they do need to also get a Toxtricity out, though, if they want to go for the old acceleration and attack. If not, and they only hit me for 70 and draw, then honestly, I wouldn't mind just, again, poking the... It would actually be really nice to poke Sharpedo and then also poke a Fez, because then it becomes a lot easier to get a KO, you know. Oh, but then you bench Baneri. That's another A-Pom snipe. How fascinating. Right, they're going to go for the old greedy and draw for 2. All right, well, I just take out Baneri here. I also hit the active, so that way we can get a KO a lot more comfortably. I need to make sure I do have the energy, though, so let's not... Hey, you know this deck can sometimes be funny with energy. Okay, that's fine. There's Hilda. That's all I needed. I'm just going to bench another Dunsparce. I'm not going to draw any more than I need to. So let's go for Hilda. Let's get Ignition. Let's get another Dunsparce. And I could dig for Max Belt, but I think I'm just going to take the safe routes and just Dual Tail, punch Sharpedo, take out Baneri. That's in KO range of my Lopunny. That's good. If they cape, it's still just... Oh, wait, no, the poison, I think... No, the cape would be 290, 280 with the poison, so it's still not enough. But that also could be a later snipe KO anyway. So I think this is actually a lot more winnable. Okay, this is good. This tournament, I think the theme of this tournament so far has just been who bricks. Or like who whiffs. That's really what's happening here. My opponent seems to be whiffing. I was whiffing at the last game. My opponent beforehand with the Slow King whiffed and crashed. But hey, that is the way of the Pokemon TCG. They Ultra Ball here, getting rid of a Dunsparce and a Lopunny. And I'm really trying hard not to dwell on it. The thought comes to mind, but I'm really trying hard not to dwell on it. I'm thinking like, if I win this, and I did win the one before, I would have been 5-1-0, and I would have pretty much guaranteed top cut. With Ambipom, of all things, you know? Oh, that would have been so cool, bro. But hey, I need to stop thinking about it. I could still get top cut here with a win. It's just, I don't know how likely it is. And I guess we just got to hold on to the hope, you know, as my opponent does attach the cape. Oh, it's cape time. Now, what I can do is if I get the energy, I can just go for bossing. Oh, they're going to boss. Oh, well, we've got Wally, so that's good. But then at the same time, that means I can't pull off the KO. So I still think that's fine though. Again, if I get the energy and they hit me for a 270, I retreat Wally, I punch them, they hit me for 270 again. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I do think we're going to be okay. They could also Monkey Dory me. Got to be wary of that. Yeah, I just need energy. If I have energy right now, I could just pull off a Wally play and that could be enough. This is what I like about this deck. It's still a low punny deck. You know what I mean? It's still something. Okay, that's good. Again, I'm learning from my last games. I'm not going to overuse the Dunsparce. You know, I need to Wally and retreat. I could also, no, Max Belt Spiky Hopper's not going to do it. So I need to just Wally retreat here. So that means I'm not going to be Max Belting with this. I could still evolve into this Mega Low Punny if I get the out to it. But, oh no, I do. No, I need to use this, don't I? Yeah, I need to use Dunsparce to reset. Okay, let's just Wally. Let's heal that off. Let's go for a runaway draw again. And okay, still not the best. Now I'm looking at my opponent. They have red card, which means I'm probably going to be red carded next turn. Meaning I should get a Fez really realistically, huh? But that's also anticipating the fact that they get a KO. Will they even get a KO? I still think Fez is the move. Like red carding, I think you just got to have a Fez ready for that. Bit of a shame we have to ignition as well, of all things. And I think I'm going to air balloon probably the Ambipom. I still want to save this for a max belt if it comes to it. So let's just go for a Gale Thrust here. We won't be knocking them out, but we do buy a turn here. Oh, wait, no, yeah, of course. We're not knocking them out. There's not going to be no red card. Oh, no, we're fine. They do have double judge, though. That's scary. But we can play out of a judge. It's one extra card, right? We can do that. Oh, wait, hold on. They've got Wally as well, though. Oh, they could Wally too. Now that's actually scary. Oh my God, they've attacked. I think Wally's coming out. Oh, the Mochi. Okay. Thankfully, the Mochi doesn't KO me, but that potential Wally is terrifying. If there's no Wally, I can just go for Ambipom. Petrol! Oh, okay. Pom, I'm with you. I believe in you, Pom. I love you to pieces. We've got the Pom. We've got the Pom action. Okay. In fact, I can actually Pom for, not for game, but set up another Pom for game the turn afterwards. So they have to KO Ambipom, otherwise lose next turn, which is so big because they're going to be wanting to KO low punny. Okay. All right. Oh, I've also got to bear in mind, they can also Monkey Dory. They can Monkey Dory the damage off. I did have a Pat Rat in this list, but decided not to include it. So I guess that is what it is. I just need to make sure I've got ignition count. Oh, if I whiff ignition. Oh, if I whiff ignition, that is bad. Okay, let's just get you. Please tell me I have ignition. Okay. All right. That is so reassuring. You don't even know. Let's Hilda. Let's go for you. We're going to get another Dunsparce. We're going to retreat. We're just going to go to the pump. Now, here's the issue, right? Oh, no. I have Fan Rotom onto Fez for game, right? If I do this. Yeah. I was going to say I don't have an energy. Sorry, I don't have another low punny once in prize. So I'd have to recover it, but I'm feeling okay. Let's dual tail. We're going to get red carded, I think. But I think what I should do here. Oh, if I'm going to get red carded, then shouldn't I just punch this instead of that? Or, yeah, they've got KO on me, so I shouldn't set up a... Yeah. Oh, hold on, no, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this. Takes the KO there. If I get carded with their poison, I can actually get low punny. So if I get low punny from the prizes, maybe I can respond. Oh, no wonder we're not seeing max belt. It's in the prize cards. That's why you check your prizes. Hey, listen, hands up, okay? I know that's not my thing. But right, they go for their Fez draw. There's the card. We do have Fez and the Dunsparce ready for it. We have a card in return as well. They're obviously going to be wanting to get... I mean, the ideal scenario for them is like boss the Fez and then also go for a Monkey Dory to take 5 prizes. But no, your Veltal's coming down. So that's a massive relief. You want to be bossing Fez, but then you also don't, right? Yeah, low punny's just the target. It's the one thing that can win the game. And now I have to hope that I just simply get, again, a very similar situation to what we was in before. Oh no, we need 1 prize to win anyway. That was a bit of a silly move. I think that's a misplay. I need 1 prize anyway. You're better off coming up with a 230 HP Pokemon instead of the one that's 110. I don't think it matters, Ultimate. No, it does matter. It means if I get... Oh, no, it doesn't. I was going to say Ignition Energy would do the job. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I really am. Right. Okay. Now is the time. Oh, whoa, stretcher. That gets me the bunny. Now it's a matter of energy. Do I go for Lily? That is what I'm thinking. I have 2 Hilda in the deck. I have a lot. Oh my God. Oh, no. I was about to say a lot of energy. No, that's a lot of energy in a discard pile. I only have 2 energy left. So I've got 2 Hilda, 2 energy, 26 cards. This is literally the mirror scenario to what we saw before. All right. Well, it's correct to Fez first. I'm just going to do this, I think. If I get Hilda, I win. Oh, there's the Hilda. Oh, why couldn't I have that in the game before? Okay, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. We've got the win. And that was something. Attach energy. I just can't let go of it. I can't let the last game. All I needed was this and then I would be 5-1. It's fine. It's fine. Shut up, Sean. You're getting annoying now. It's a win. We are 4-2-0 and extremely close to 5-1-0. All I can do now is pray and hope that we somehow got top cuts. That's where we're at. And instead of just telling you now what actually happened, why don't we do it together? It is time, boys, for a live Wo-Chien reaction. As although it says 4 minutes on the clock, as you can see, there has been 18 manages completed. So instead of just telling you in post, I want you to join me as we discover if We got in? It says waiting for top cut to start. I think that means we didn't get in. Please don't tell me that's what happened. No, we didn't get in. Where are we? Huh? Oh, we got top 16. Oh, brother, no. Well, I mean, that's a silver medal. I'll take it. You can see it there highlighted. Jack Skellington, 16th place. And what's crazy is someone with a 4-2-0 record did make the top cut, but their opponent's win percentage was 71%. Mine was a measly 52. And what's frustrating, that means if we won this very game here, we would have guaranteed top cut. We would have been in it. So the difference between winning and losing this tournament was finding that energy. Oh, man. What absolute drama, hey? So yes, unfortunately, we didn't make it into the top cut. But I'm not going to be too hard on myself, as I think a few matchups just weren't really going to go my way. And we definitely won some matchups that probably shouldn't have gone our way. So to wrap things up, let's take a final look at the deck list and share my closing thoughts. So taking a quick look at the 4 list itself, I'm covering my 1 copy of Judge and my 3 copies of Lily. It seems like a 4th Miss Energy might be a way to improve this if you want to keep going forward with it. I'm perfectly happy with the 2-2 Ambipom line, and I think it gives an angle to low punny that you can't have anywhere else. There's also massive shouts for something like a Colrez, but again, you want to play the Colrez on turn 2, or going first, going second, should I say, and that's usually a little too late. The moment the opponent knows what you're doing, they're going to want to get things benched out, so you need to get there first, you need to get Risky Ruins out, and you need to punish them. But you could definitely make some changes to this list that could help it even further, so don't let this video shy you away from the Ambipom. I think it's a really good consideration for a low punny deck, and heavily punishes the early turns of some decks for sure. But personally, I'm very happy with this build and the fact that I got to this point with it, enough to do pretty well in a tournament, mind you. So I'll take it as it is for sure, as we will leave things there. Definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and check out my other tournament content. And until then, I'll see you later.